Now this is how you do expanded universe.
I grew up loving action movies and genre movies and watching things that really made my heart pound and my palms sweat and really being physically affected by a movie. And the idea of making something that could do that to an audience, to surprise them and engage them and move them to the edge of their seats was so exciting to me.
10 Cloverfield Lane is the loose sequel to 2008's Cloverfield, this time with a woman waking up in mysterious circumstances and trying to figure out what's going on around her, as we in the audience try to do the same. Is Cloverfield a place worth revisiting? Here's 5 things you might want to know about 10 Cloverfield Lane. Starting off this one with a little bit of a different kind of a caution. I may be a bit biased here. I like Dan Trachtenberg. I've followed him since he was on the Totally Rad Show, an internet show way back in the day, and have enjoyed watching his career develop. This is his first directing experience for a big-time movie, and so I want him to succeed. Admit that up front, so you know I may be a little bit skewed. Having said that, I think he hits it out of the park on this one. Let's talk about a few of the reasons why. One of the reasons why is he does Hitchcock-type suspense as well as I've seen it done since Hitchcock. I hope that's not exaggerating too much. The opening scene of this movie sets the stage for a director who, even though it's his first movie, feels confident to let you linger on shots, to take away elements like dialogue so that he can emphasize the visuals. He really gets a sense for how to tell a story with what's seen on screen and not just the dialogue that you hear. That was a big thing for Hitchcock. The result is that the suspense is greater, everything's greater. Like, the acting is really good in this. John Goodman's great. The other two, who are kind of our central key characters, are great here, but it goes to a next level because of his direction and the way he shoots things and the way he uses cutaways to hands or facial expressions, all those kind of things. He's just very smart and very confident with what he does, and it's really, really effective. The thing is, it's not just the visuals in this that are amazing. Actually, the sound experience is really cool here as well. Sound is almost used as another character, and again, to progress the story so that the sound becomes part of the themes on opening and closing doors and being locked in or locked out and all those kind of things. And I was really in awe of the way sound was used here. Plus, the music is beautiful. It does its job nicely because I didn't even really realize what the score was doing to me until the end credits, and I got a chance to more listen to it. That's an example of a perfect score. One that you just kind of, it's in the background where it needs to be to influence you, but doesn't distract you. And then when you listen to it later, you can hear how beautiful it is and how emotive it is. And this score is absolutely gorgeous, and I loved it. It really is a great movie. A lot of good work here all around, but the best thing for me, it doesn't telegraph anything. Everything the story wants you to know, it delivers to you on the screen in a practical way. What I mean by that is it doesn't linger on a shot of something to foreshadow, so you as an audience go, oh, I bet that comes in handy later. No, it just presents it in a natural kind of way so that when it happens, maybe you knew it, maybe you didn't, but it almost doesn't matter because the story is telling you what it needs to tell you in the moment that it happens. I really like that when it lets the audience be smart and be intelligent about what's going on. In the same way, there are no clever one-liners, no zingers that happen at certain times. The humor in this is very natural and very real and feels like it would be a real sense of that environment. Doesn't feel forced or pre-written for the page, if that makes sense. If I'm going to take any points away from the movie, and I think it deserves it a little bit, it's for the end. I feel like, and it's not that the end was bad, I actually enjoyed the last 15 to 20 minutes of this movie, but it's a different movie. It really is. And that shift, that mental shift that your brain has to make from movie 1 to movie 2 is enough that it distracts you a little bit from the story. Now, thematically, it stays consistent. The themes are still there, and what the character has learned and grown and all those kind of things still relate. It's just that because of that shift, your brain's distracted enough that it can't take you out of the film for just a split second. Overall, though, 10 Cloverfield Lane is a fabulous directorial debut from Dan Trachtenberg. It is suspenseful, it is character-driven, it is story-driven, it is visually exciting, and it is enough that I would give it an A-. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. We'll get to the Best Ever Challenge here in a bit. First, want to let you know about other stuff you can check out. Click the info cards up here and you'll have direct access to other reviews that you might want to see, as well as the website, yourmoviefriend.com. I'll also put a poll up there about what movie you'd like to see me review next week. And if you want to follow me on Periscope, that's where I review all the other movies that come out that I don't actually get a YouTube review up. That's every Monday at 5 o'clock Central. Aaron Dicer, Aarondicer, if you want to follow on Periscope. And the podcast, SiftPop, SiftPop. We have a great time every Friday doing that. So you can subscribe iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you do your podcast stuff. All right, on to the Best Ever Challenge. This is where you name the best movie ever in a particular category. Also try to identify my choice. What is the best ever directorial debut? Director's first movie right out of the gate. What's the best one? For me, this is an obvious choice. It's widely considered to be the best movie ever made, even though somehow the director didn't win the Academy Award that year. Take a guess in the comments. Put yours there as well. And as always, the first person to guess mine right does get a point. And as always, here's 5 extra seconds so you can hit subscribe. Just click the logo right down in this corner.